Hello, this will be a channel message for you for your highest good, and I trust that it found you at the perfect time. I really appreciate you being here with me in this moment, and as always, I love you so much, and I am so proud of you. Couple things before we get into the message today. Number one, it is so hot where I'm at. It is so hot today, so if I look a little bit sweaty or disheveled, that is the reason why. I'm all good. Number two, unfortunately, there are people in the comments attempting to impersonate me, and they are asking you guys to text them on WhatsApp. Please be aware that that is definitely not me. Feel free to report these shady characters and just keep yourselves safe, because this is happening on a lot of channels from what I can see. So with all of that out of the way, let's get into the message today. And I keep getting the term growing pains, so I'm sending you all of my love at this time. You are receiving major energetic upgrades right now. You're going through an expansion process. Even if it doesn't necessarily feel like it, even if it doesn't necessarily look like it, this is you increasing your capacity to hold abundance and wealth in your life. This is you increasing your ability to be magnetic and attract in the perfect opportunities, attract in the perfect relationships, the perfect support at the right time. It might just feel like your life's turning up the heat, like you feel that pressure, like I am today, right? You might be feeling emotionally stretched, spiritually stretched. There might be a frustrating quality to it. There might be a confusing quality to it. You might be feeling emotionally overwhelmed at this time. It's all totally normal. You haven't done anything wrong. You're definitely not alone in this, because I'm right there with you, and I feel like many of us in this collective are kind of riding this wave right now and maybe feeling like we're in between two spaces. Like on one hand, there is this strong, passionate desire and a will to move things forward, getting all of these beautiful, inspired downloads, feeling really excited about what's to come. And then on the other hand, feeling like there's this point of resistance rubbing up against us. There's a situation, a circumstance in our life that is holding us back, preventing us from moving things forward, creating frustration. Health might be significant. Trauma healing might be significant. Past life cycles might be significant right now. There's a feeling that there's some kind of shedding or delayering that is not yet complete. Like I said, you're not alone in this, and it's important for us to remember that there is a version of us that we want to embody that is on the other side of these challenging experiences. And we're worthy of being supported in this. We're worthy of feeling like we can go with the flow. There's a process here that is happening organically in divine timing. Take it from me, the Aries, the guy who has tried every which way to force things forward, to rush ahead, to push ahead. Trust me, I've tried. And I don't think it's helpful. I don't think it's even possible to do it. There's an organic process. There's a pace in which this thing, this spiritual journey, this alchemical process needs to take place in this pace, right? And it's a good time, I think, to just show up for yourself. Use these delays and some of these setbacks to your advantage. Take that step back, take that deep breath. Notice how your body's feeling. Notice where intuitively you don't feel like you're in alignment, where maybe you're ready to let something go, make a different choice. And if we can cultivate that sense of unconditional love for self and unconditional approval, that is the thing that will create smooth forward movement in our life. Right now, it's a time to let something go. I get the crumbling. What are you clinging onto? Really interesting. Kind of tower vibes here. I feel like Mars might be significant. Aries, Scorpio energy. First of all, peep all the abundance on the other side of this structure. There's so much growth here beyond this gate. And I'm really seeing this structure like a gate. I'm seeing this structure that is crumbling. I'm seeing it as a lens of perception in which we would see the world. There's something about a false identity or a learned identity, a part of our psyche that no longer serves us. And we've put a lot of time and energy into certain situations that were built on this foundational aspect. And now this is crumbling. And it might be a little bit painful. So like I said, just keep showing up for yourself. Keep being nice to yourself. You haven't done anything wrong. This is a really important part of the process, and you deserve to feel more at peace and more supported through this. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say that these situations are not for me and they're not sustainable anymore. It's too heavy. Something's got to give. It's that kind of vibe, right? And on the other side of this is something it's like a feeling. There's a soul knowing, there's a soul calling that is being brought forward. And it's something that is in alignment with your true identity and your true nature. I feel like there is a shadow aspect on the other side of this structure that needs to be seen and acknowledged. I get trust the niggle. This is a subtle, quiet, intuitive whisper that has been calling us. It's a true, authentic version of self that is not yet integrated. And we might see this shadow aspect as not socially acceptable, not desirable, not something that we can control. It might be something that we consider to be embarrassing, maybe something that we're not ready to let other people see this thing. And we don't have to have it all figured out and intellectually even understand what this thing is or what it looks like or what we're supposed to do with it. There's just a call for acknowledgement right now. There's a call for allowing, going with the flow, being the observer, allowing this structure to fall away, this old situation that is too heavy to carry anymore. Allow that to fall away and allow yourself to just look at this shadow aspect that we've been suppressing. And it's a soul knowing, like I said. If this is your reading and you're resonating with this, you will know what this thing is. It's an authentic part of you that eventually wants to be integrated. We want to learn how to express this in a healthy way, in a way that serves us, in a way that we can actually build on top of this aspect of our true authentic personality and nature. But right now, for the time being, we've just got to be with it. We've just got to bring awareness into this place and learn how to accept it, even if previously we considered it to be unacceptable or ugly or too much or not something that other people are going to understand. It's okay. You just have to be with yourself and show up for yourself. And on the other side of this, this new process of really just being aware of all of these different parts of ourselves, there is so much creative potential and vitality and inspiration and energy that is going to come forward. Because I get the magma, right? Which is a fire type Pokemon. So again, Mars might be significant. Something about our passions, our motivations, our creative potential. And when I talk about creativity here, we got to remember that we're all creators. We're all creative because we're making choices that are empowering for us, and we're creating our life. We're creating a better future for ourselves. This is the way that we put time and energy into our art, or the way that we show up in relationship, or the way that we apply certain logical ideas and processes in our work. We create in so many different kinds of ways. And on the other side of this awareness being brought into our shadow, there is so much information here that we can channel into a better future. Because we're going to feel more nourished and more nurtured and more accepted on an internal level, which is going to allow us to create more freely without inhibition. And again, we don't have to even know what this thing is. We just got to recognize that we're on the edge of major change, and it can be scary. It can feel vulnerable. And I am right there with you guys, feeling super tender and at times confused and unsure of what this thing looks like, but I know it's there, and I know that it wants to be accepted and witnessed. And we find ourselves, like I said, in between these two energies, because there's this beautiful, fiery, inspired, passionate frequency that is bubbling up under the surface here, below some kind of smoke screen or a smog frequency. I'm getting smoking might be significant here. I mean, many of you guys are trying to get clean and get more sober than you've ever been in your life, so that you can really be present in these feelings and be present in this reality, so that you can create a better reality for yourself. And we find ourselves in between these kinds of 2 points of contention, where there's a fiery desire to move things forward and move into the year of the fire horse, the lunar year of the fire horse 2026, which is the 1 year, it's the new beginning, because 2026 adds up to 1. We're in between that and the completion of this old cycle, 2025, the 9 year, the year of the snake, the shedding of the skin. And this is like a final point of release that is taking place right now. And as we move into the early stages of 2026, you're going to find that there is a lot of passionate, flowy, forward movement that just feels right in your system. And it is off the back of so much experience and wisdom that you have cultivated. There is so much treasure in these experiences that you have moved through. And when I read this ponyta card, the fire horse, it says, what does it say? It says its hooves are 10 times harder than diamonds. Its hooves, right? So the feet represent our understanding, our experiences, our connection to the spiritual path. Because the feet are standing under, their understanding, get it right? Like the feet stand under the body. So anyway, your understanding as to the direction that you want to go in, your understanding as to why you went through these really challenging experiences in the past, this understanding that you have is 10 times harder than diamonds. Diamonds which are formed under pressure, the same pressure that you're feeling right now. Guys, we got this in a big way. There is nothing here that we can't handle together. And off the back of this understanding that you've been developing so bravely and courageously and patiently, moving through lifetimes worth of cycles and lessons, we find ourselves at the precipice, at the jumping off point, at what is potentially the biggest new start that we have ever experienced in our life. And this is your ability to create passionately, freely, show up in relationship as your authentic self, and attract in the people who want to come with you. You're not here to be understood by everybody. You're here to create your ideal circumstances in a conscious way and attract in all of the beautiful divine support that you are so worthy of having. And on the other side of this, I get the gold berry, the nourishment, the treasure, the berry that has been buried, whatever that is to you, right? There's so much treasure, so much unconscious information being brought forward here. And all we got to do, here's what I'm getting, right? All we got to do is love ourselves. All we got to do is love ourselves through it and observe this process taking place, observe the crumbling. And it almost sounds too simple. It almost sounds too easy, right? I mean, it's simple, but it can be the hardest thing to let go, to embrace this change. It's scary for the ego identity to be confronted with this knowing that a change is taking place and there is an old version of us that cannot exist anymore because it is simply not sustainable and not in alignment with our highest good. But on the flip side of this comes the knowing that what's on the other side is very much for our highest good. And it comes back to what I was saying right at the start of the reading. You are expanding and increasing your capacity to hold abundance and create magical aligned circumstances that feel like they are authentically you. They are built on the foundation that is your soul's true essence. And there may be a major shifting here in terms of your priorities, in terms of what your dream life actually looks like. You might find that you have a major moment of enlightenment here with the Hermit on the bottom of the deck as you go within and allow this process to take place and you be present with yourself. There may be a major shift in what you even consider to be your dream life with the Ten of Cups. And what I'm getting is that this next stage of the journey, this next part of the process is going to move with so much more flow and ease than you have ever been used to, because you're aligning with your authenticity and you're showing up for yourself and creating systems of safety so that you feel comfortable being your authentic self and showing that to the world and sharing the gift that is you with the world. You're so worthy of getting everything that you want out of this life, getting your needs met, doing less and receiving more, embracing this divine feminine activation, guys. So much abundance, so much flow. I get the Eight of Cups. I get the Eight of Cups. My goodness. All it takes is putting down the baggage, letting go, moving through the releasing process, and acknowledging, here's what I'm getting. My goodness. Acknowledging that it's not necessarily about never having that feeling of fear and anxiety and that feeling of being on the edge of change and moving through the unknown. It's not about abolishing that. It is about becoming somebody who sees that differently, who sees the value in that, who sees it as an important marker on their spiritual journey. Somebody who sees the discomfort and the fear of the unknown while having that knowing that there is something for us on the other side. Becoming that person who walks towards that feeling and sees their value and sees themselves as an absolute spiritual baddie who will not be stopped, who is so worthy and strong, who is spiritually hard, and yet at the same time soft, open, doing it with love. The divine union of opposites, the masculine and the feminine, showing up for yourself and seeing yourself as somebody who is worthy of receiving and moving through change with the wheel of fortune here, change that was destined for you. Guys, this abundance of creativity and this abundance of energy and this abundance of wealth is destined for you, and it is on the other side of the discomfort. It's on the other side of the unknown. So guys, trust the niggle. Spend that time with yourself. Recognize where there is a part of you that has previously been disowned, and all that part of you wants is acknowledgement. It just wants to be held. You got this, guys. I'm sending you all of my love, and I am so excited for this coming year. I am so excited for what is on the other side of this really beautiful process. So with that being said, thank you for sharing this magical, expansive, creative, inspirational space with me, and I absolutely cannot wait to do it all again. In the next reading, world peace forever. Let's go.